called FaceOff, and basically the show is where I face off against other gamers and personalities and MC, whoever wants to come in and test the king, you feel me? So today we got SunceWolf all the way from the UK. What up, man?
Hello, people. What up, man?
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Waiting for this app to open and make sure that that I can hear you.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I actually have done this. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, I gotta make sure, because this is the first, probably second time I even did this.
Yeah.
Okay,
wow,
cool.
That's crazy.
We cool. Yeah. I did a few lives in the past with my boy Mel Weezy from the Geekly Podcast, and we had to took him down because we was getting into some real deep and real personal conversations. So just out of respect for for me and him, we just took it down. So you say you was gonna invite me into the online into the match?
Yes, I am. I've just invited you now.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and accept that invitation. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, so we in here. We getting the invite. Okay, cool. I'm joining the match. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, this is the first time I really even have done this. So, yeah. So I saw the not interview, but I saw like the best out of 3 challenge video you did with my man Elliot Zell. He also out there in the UK, and can you tell can you kind of tell me how you first tell me like before we even get to that, tell me where you got started. I mean, how you got started in gaming and streaming, where you grew up, where you from and everything else like that, and kind of just give me a little bit of backstory. It's kind of like, for the folks at home, it's kind of like this isn't a Killzown interview, but the reason why I'm asking SunceWolf is because I want to get a peek into that into a lifestyle. I'm tripping. A lifestyle.
Yeah. The
lifestyle of UK gamers, because we don't get that over here. We got people that are UK gamers that we know and that we know and love. Like we got Jim Sterling, Gary Swaby over there, Swift over at thecoalition.com. But we don't get to like peek into their lives or where they from and everything else like that. So can you kind of give us your story?
Okay, so here's how me and Elliot met up. Well, basically, he wanted me to do like.
Take it back before you and Elliot. Like, tell me about tell me your story before you met Elliot, before y'all hooked up and did that crazy video.
Okay, so as everyone knows, here with fighting games, and I've been playing fighting games for like over like 20 years or something, because like ever since like from Tekken 1 to like Tekken 6 or Tekken 7, as everyone knows, I loved it and everything. So what happened was, as I was doing like my streams and everything, Elliot came up with me with a plan in which we needed to do like a best out of 3 challenge. So I said to him, it's a very good idea, because it'll bring like new like people into the franchise, obviously, because I don't really know anyone. So what happened was, is that we was planning for like months really, in which was doing like the detail and what we're gonna put in like each of their main thing and that. And what happened was, we came about it like a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, we put the video all together, and we yeah, done it. So that's it, really. And
and okay.
so
yeah, because if y'all haven't seen it, I'm gonna have it in the description box for the people who haven't seen it. The video was hilarious. You know, Elliot, you know, had played Injustice or whatever, and they basically duke it out, and the person who loses has to eat a red hot chili pepper. You know,
very hot, very hot. Very hot chili peppers. Trust me, when I smelt those bad boys, it was like unbelievable. I was so glad I didn't eat them. The moment of the pictures. Yeah, go on.
No, I was saying, have you ever ate ghost peppers? Or do y'all have them?
Actually chilies. They're actually chilies. My bad, but yeah, those chilies was like really, really, really hot. It was just like, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't actually eat them. Because I saw the moment when I saw his face when I took the picture of him actually eating it, and then he went up to the toilet and just throw up. It was just like unbelievable. I mean, I felt sorry for the guy. I was like, nah, I couldn't eat that. Because I was meant to do one right where I was going to eat one with him. But I just chickened out of it. I was just like, nah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to save my life. So, yeah.
So
it was actually.
Can you give me like give me like the rundown of like what it's like to be a gamer in the UK? Like, what's it? Because over here it's kind of like it's building. Like, we have different communities. Like, we have the fighting game community. You know, the FGC is really heavy. Then we got the sports game community, which is really heavy.
Yeah.
But, you know, y'all are in more close proximity of each other. Like, we got, you know, probably 3 or 4 times the size, you know, land than the UK. So y'all are more close knit. So, like, can you explain to me like the scene out there a little bit?
Well, the scene is that, as everyone know, that most of us, they normally play like all Call of Duty, FIFA, and like other games. There's not really like any like the ones that I'm doing, fighting games. I mean, in fact, I think there's one guy that's doing like a fighting game that I know of, and he's on like Twitch and everything, and yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
So y'all don't have like as far as like y'all don't have any like tournaments or, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we had a tournament in Birmingham. I don't know if you heard of Birmingham. And
yeah. I'm familiar.
Yeah. So
Cause I feel like you be pretty good, man. Like, I'm watching you play. Like, I play a lot of games on this channel, so I don't really put the time in like I should, cause I love fighting games too. So like I don't really put the time in though, and I'm kind of, as you can see, I'm rusty. I haven't played Injustice in probably 2 weeks. Like, so it's like
to be honest, when I've only just started going back into Injustice because I was on a week where I was just non-stop playing it, but then obviously I wanted to, you know, hone up my skills a bit. So basically, people, if you think I'm cheating, then you can just say how it is. I'm not bothered. To be honest.
We playing for real, man. Like, I'm gonna hold these L's. Like, we not playing. This ain't stage. This ain't recorded footage. We live and direct right now. So, moving from that, cause we'll have more to talk about, you know, on your Killzone interview proper. So like, what fighting game? What fighting game? So you bitch Tekken. So Tekken is like your favorite fighting game, right?
Without a doubt.
Okay, we got to play some of that. You know,
Tekken is because I was meant to do this challenge to one guy. I'm sure most people will know about him. low tier god, and he actually messaged me on Twitter saying, you know, he wanted to fight me and everything, and I said to him, well, you know, let's do it. And what happened was, right, he messaged me about 3:30 my time, so it would be whatever time he is, about like 11 or 12 in it. So he tried. So basically I said to him, you know, let's do it, and he never got back to me. So I called him out. I said to him, so when are you actually gonna fight me? And he said, well, he doesn't know when he's gonna do it, and ever since he hasn't really said nothing to me. So I don't know, man. It's a lost cause for me trying to fight low tier god.
I heard the name before, but I'm not like super keen on it. Yeah, but what was I finna say? Like, so so you played, so like you started with the original Tekken 1 on PS1.
Yes.
So, and you've been playing.
Yes, that's correct.
You got Tekken 7, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna have to get down on that too. So, you know, kinda like outside of the gamers group, like how are gamers perceived in the UK? Because over this way, you know, a lot of people feel like, you know, gamers or geeks or nerds in general, like we like a lost cause, or you know, we outcasts or misfits. Like, is it different? Because like I said, I know people who are in the UK, but they never once talk about like how like the scene is. Like they you know, it's very vague, because we talk about the issues at hand, because a lot of the things that occur in the gaming industry, you know, they occur over this way, you know, outside of you know, your FIFAs and, you know, certain games that get made across the pond. Like we don't get that much pub. Oh man, that was close.
That was close. Yeah, that was actually a good match.
I can't.
I was gonna lose that match, you know. Yeah.
So like,
that's why they call me the king.
Yeah. So, kind of give me like what's the atmosphere when, you know, when people ask you like what you into and stuff like that, like how are gamers treated over there? Because over here it's kind of like it's segregated, unless it's something like universally loved, like Mario or Miss Pac-Man or you know, Call of Duty nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like that. What's the landscape, or how are gamers perceived over in the UK?
Well, basically the gamers is like you said, they're not really like universal, because as you know, for most of like the British YouTubers, all like KSI, Miniminta, Toby, I forgot his YouTube name, and Brazinger, they don't really play like FIFA games anymore. In fact, and the only people that actually does like FIFA games is just like, I think I saw one called Freestylers. They sometimes do it as well. And it's like I said, it's the gaming is just not really that important now. I think people has like a set idea in which they do like skits, or they do like, I don't know if you watch it, like the rap battles where they're just going tongues and tongues and passing that. So it's rare that you actually see like a gaming channel, you know, becoming like getting like decent views in that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean that just makes it seem makes it sound like that you're, you know, are going to be par for the course, you know, as far as like you're gonna be trailblazing that over that way. And if you keep making content at the level that you made with Elliot, like I think you could really do it. Like, I mean, I'm
hoping. I mean, fighting games in particular, it's not really getting that big, to be honest, because everyone's not really. I mean, I think Tekken had like a sudden, like for example, if you was really good at Tekken or Injustice, you get like a couple, like 100,000 and like couple like 1,000 subscribers, but ever since that happened, I don't really see like other channels just like exploding and that. I don't know if you heard of like King J or something. No. I don't know if you heard of him, but King J, he did a Tekken video and that, and he's actually got like a couple, like when people first saw him, he only had like 7,000. Now he's got something like 25,000, but I think it's just because when Tekken first came out, you know, it was like the real deal, and anyone that did Tekken here in particular did just get like a lot of subscribers, but
yeah, because it's not the necessarily the wave over there. So I get it, but I mean, like with you, and then like I always tell people ask me, because I would say I'm like a mid-range channel. Like I'm not, you know, up there where the people, like, not yet. Like it's getting there, but I think a lot of people, man, they expect that the days of like you jumping on YouTube and, you know, blowing up, like it's kind of overnight. Now you can build a following, you can have a fan base, you know what I'm saying? You can build it up.
Exactly.
And then there's, you know, there's services and not services, but services and companies out there that help you grow your channel. You know, you got sponsorships and things of that nature. But I think a lot of people, man, try to get on this thing strictly to try to get famous, or they trying to get a bag. And you know, when you doing something strictly to get a bag, it's kind of obvious. And I think a lot of people, man, because they see a lot of people just doing stuff because it turns people off. So
exactly.
I just feel like, you know, when it comes down to it, man, people got to start doing things that from the heart, and because they love doing it. Like, and still try to have that quality, still try to put in the effort, you know, but have fun, because those are the people who really, shout out to my people in the chat that's watching. But that's, you know, I had to get, like, I had got one of my vlogs, I was going through like a trying time recently. Like I had got let go from this internship. You know, I'm gonna call it. I was going through problems with, you know, my now ex-girl, and I had just got on Troy Ave's. He's a New York rapper, underground rapper. Well, he ain't really underground no more, because he's like one of the biggest independent artists out right now. So he put one of my vlogs on his mixtape. And at that point, and then around the same time, the YouTube ad crisis came. So, like, I had, you know, I was back on my own. Yeah, go ahead. No,
I was just gonna ask you, what do you think about the YouTube thing? Because basically, I don't know if the viewers heard of it. Well, I'm sure they must have heard of it. But that PewDiePie thing, where, you know, he says the N-word in front of, you know, and then it just ruins like all what everyone's like striving to do, because if they say the N-word now, they're gonna get in serious trouble, or they just lose ads.
Well, I mean,
so I just thought
it was even before that, but I mean, like, let me get to, that's where I was getting ready. I wasn't gonna go there, but I'm gonna just break it down to you for me, because PewDiePie did this is like the third time. That N-word incident was like third time, but I start to see a lot of channels, man, like people start crying, start getting upset, big channels, and I was just like, yo, bro, you gotta adapt, you know. So if people want to support, you know, support this show, we got PayPal and Patreon and things of that nature. If they want to donate, if they want to, you know, see the channel grow and things of that nature, because I do have people like yourself that, you know, you kind of just starting out in the game. Because when I was coming on, man, it was hard. People didn't, you know, I was working with people, I was doing stuff with people, collaborating with people, websites and stuff, man, and people did not want me to come up. So, you know, that's why I look for the underdog, the people that's on the come up, because, you know, I don't discriminate, because I know how hard it is to, you know, people to get out there and find their voice, you know, and then try to find themselves and find out what they want to do and the things of that nature. I don't like hold up a sign, because a lot of people, man, will you know, you know, they'll turn you down and they'll make fun of you and everything else like that. You know, all I ask people is to do is just, you know, respect my mind, respect my time, and respect my grind. So, you know, I feel like when that happened, I had to ask myself, am I gonna keep going, or am I slow up just because I'm not getting as much money? Some people though are dependent on this as their income. So I kind of understand it to an extent, but at the same time, like, it's kind of like, you know, I don't know if you are religious, but if you go to a church, you know what I'm saying, and people, when they take up offering, some churches will lock the doors on the people who tell them to give, and you know, they'll say that, you know, God will tell them that they'll need to move. So it's like you demanding your, you know, you are giving them good content, but I feel like a lot of people get up on their high horse and they feel like, well, damn, I am giving you this content, but they, you know, when you look back, they just started doing it because they enjoyed it, and you know, and some, you know, some of them got jobs, some of them don't, or whatever. But it's just like, you gotta, you know, people gotta adapt, because at any moment, and not take for nothing for granted, because at any moment, you know, even people with jobs, like the people that's donating, like, you know, I have a job, and you know, the money, like I said, the money that I have, like, I'm not gonna be on here like, oh boy, and be on here stunting in Lambos and a $5-6 million house and just shitting on people all day long. I'm gonna put it back into the channel, you know what I'm saying, and break off the people. Like, I'm looking for writers and streamers and things of that nature to be on my platform, Beats and Bits, you know, with me and my boy Breezy, and to promote their platform, because a lot of people, they ask people, oh, I see what you're doing, and they want you to come work for their website or stream on their channel or whatever, and you pretty much gotta forget all of what you're doing just so you can get and that ain't what's going, that's not what's going down. So if people want to come, like, say you want to do a video or you want to do an article or whatever for me, I'm gonna pay you, and I'm gonna let you promote your platform on my platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like we playing this game, right? I want Beats and Bits to be the watchtower for people that are on, you know, that independent artists, independent vloggers, streamers. I want that, want this to be like a safe space in a place where people can you know, get their grind, they hustle on. You know, so that's just where I'm at with it, because I feel like people are jumping online every day thinking that they gonna get a bag. Like, I had one lady tell me, I was out and this lady told me that her son wanted to you know, to drop out of school to be a YouTube star. I'm like, that ain't it. Like, you know, you're gonna have to have something to like, to fund your channel. You're gonna have to have content. If you're gonna vlog, you gotta be consistent with it. Like, I mean, go ahead.
Basically, what I was gonna say is that you know, like, this is with the work thing. Obviously, when you get work in that and you've got the money to get like the right equipment and everything, that's when you're thinking, yeah, you know, that's when I can say, okay, I can actually make it big. I mean, there's some YouTubers out there, right, that's never ever worked, but because of like parents' incomes and that's where they can actually use the money to get to where they are, and then that's when they're allowed to use the Lamborghini and that. I just think, like, at the end of the day, you know, you guys should actually be blessed that you've got the money. I mean, some people's like really grinding to be like you guys.
I mean, yeah, just, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, some people do have that, you know, some people that are YouTube stars or whatever, you know, they come from different, not all of them is coming up off of their parents or whatever. But, you know, some of them did it out of boredom or frustration or whatever it is, and they just developed it. But you do have a responsibility. I see what you're trying to say is they have a responsibility to not, you know, fuck things up, because it affects all of us. You got everybody online thinking that you know, not just PewDiePie, but you just think you got like a lot of people out there thinking that YouTube is full of racist bigots, and people that are spewing hate speech, and that's
exactly.
like I didn't have no like I think really what, and I said this in the videos that I made. I don't fuck with the dude because he made what happened last year, early last year, 2016. He made a video about people hating on him, right? So when he made that video, the video was basically him saying that he was tired of people hating on him. 3 months after that, he basically came and said, yo, he went and did this racist video where he had paid this company called Fiverr to do like a racist video. So he got oh, you had left the game, bro. I
accidentally left the game.
Go ahead, just go ahead.
I'm gonna send you one again, sorry, but yeah, we should go ahead.
Yeah, so he made that video, they knocked him on that, he said, oh, I'm not gonna do it again. You know, but he, you know, and people was making excuses for him saying, oh, he's being funny, or oh, he's being whatever. You know, people was making excuses. I'm opening up these mother boxes while I'm talking about this too. See what I got. But yeah, man, and so he went and got the 2, you know, Israeli kids to dress up as or Afghan kids, whatever, to dress up as racist, you know, I mean, not racist, as members of ISIS, and start talking, making anti-Semitic jokes and stuff like that. And then that's when YouTube started coming under fire by all these other groups, because they like, well, shoot, we can't put our ads before this because you got all this other stuff going on with the protesting and everything, all the racial tensions that's going on, all the wars that's going on, and everything else like that. So it's like, you know, you got all this stuff going on, and then hold on, where is that? You got all this stuff going on. So these companies is like, wait a minute, we can't have a video or whatever airing for, let me see, Huggies pull-ups or whatever right before you gonna have 2 kids that are, you know, a little bit older than, you know, they're adolescent, they're a little bit older than these babies, talking about death to Jesus and, you know, Hitler was right and all this other stuff. You can't, you know, so they looking out for their pockets. So they said, look, we finna shut it down. So all the companies pulled out, and YouTube's like, wait. So this is what we gonna do. We are going to enforce strict guidelines, and if a person you basically have to either, you know, you can't curse, you can't swear, your channel has to be big, you know, like Marquise Brownlee, shout out MKBHD, he does a lot of tech reviews and things of that nature, like, and Soldier Knows Best, who's here in St. Louis. Like, if you're not doing, you know, family friendly content, then you're not wait a minute, network app. Oh dang. Okay, so we're gonna try to get this match off because it just said we was disconnected from the server.
Is it?
All right, yeah. So basically, no, let's go ahead and pick your person because it probably came right back. But like they said, like it's basically, if you're not making family friendly content, then you pretty much, you know, assed out. So I just, when I, like, going back to after I got put on the album, it was like, man, almost, I forgot how long, either a couple weeks or a couple of months, I don't know how long it was. And then I just started making videos again, and I said, you know, I'm gonna come back, and then I started making vlogs again. And then I realized, I said, well, shit, I can't criticize PewDiePie if I'm making, because I do hip-hop vlogs too, because I was bringing up all these negative stories and stuff like that too. So I had, you know, on Facebook, I was doing some vlogs too, on my Facebook page, and I started, you know, trying to reach out to the artists that was in the city, and, you know, just talk about, you know, they always cry about not having support and things of that nature. So what I did was, I said, well, okay, I'm gonna talk about the things that they doing, and that was a bad move because they all took it as I was slandering them. And, you know, folks started, you know, threatening me and my life and everything else like that. So I was like, okay, cool. From this day forward, I'm not doing nothing about nothing negative anybody does. If I do something, because it's not that I'm gonna just put it out there. It's not just that because I'm scared of anybody. I'm just not finna risk my livelihood and what I got going on for somebody who...
the death threats. It's not really that. Don't want like anyone death threats, because that's another thing that, you know, I don't really like, is the death threats. You know, when you say like an opinion, and then there's like people out there just like saying, "Oh, you're so wrong. We're gonna give you death threats," and that. It's just like, come on, guys. You guys are doing death threats for no reason. Yeah, but
you gotta think too. These is black folks. So like, you know, you know how it goes down with us is because, you know, a lot of us are raised in, you know, single parent homes and things of that nature, and we are taught that if somebody disrespects us, you know, to go put hands or go retaliate, whatever, however it is. So I'm just at that point in my life that, you know, I say, yo, I'm not even in there, like in that space to begin with. I haven't been in that space for a while. You know, and when I started, you know, I was able to do for myself. I was just like, yo, I'm not even finna really even deal with this, because you know, I don't need. I could do the things that I want to do. Be positive. Be a voice. But I don't have to entertain negativity. And that's one thing that I'm going to say this with you. I'm just checking the stream.
Yeah, go on.
Hold on. Okay, cool. Yeah, we straight. So I'm just saying with you, man, don't go looking to click up with people. Don't be going out here. I mean, you and Elliot got a good thing, but like, just keep doing you. Because I'm gonna say this, man, the biggest mistake that I made was, you know, trying to click up with people and trying to, and thinking that they had my best interest at heart, when really they was just looking out for themselves. And people
being number one, isn't it?
Yeah, it ain't even about being number one. It's just people gotta look. It's self-preservation. You feel me? It's about survival. So people feel like if they helping you, that you got to be they bitch, or you got to bow down to them, or they try to make it seem like you would never have made it if it wasn't for them. Now I'm gonna say this: they have people that have helped me along the way, and I give they props. But you know, and it has been, you know, I have gotten love in the city and things of that nature, and love online and all that. But I'm not here to be sucking on nobody's penis. I'm not here to kiss nobody's ass or lick nobody's boots. I'm Killzown motherfucking Jones, and that's the way it's gonna be. I'm gonna stand on my own too, because you know, outside of you know, people are gonna help you and then turn around and throw it in your face. But you know, in actuality, I could have done everything that they've done. You know, I could have had done it either on my own. It probably would have took a little longer, but see, that's the thing about me. Even though I be cursing and wilding and whatever, I'm still a God-fearing man, and I feel like I feel like he brought a lot of people into my life for a reason and a season. And one of the reasons is to let brothers like you know to watch out for people and to still do your thing. Like you and Elliot, y'all friends and stuff like that. You do your thing, he do his thing, and y'all connect when y'all connect. But don't look for Elliot to carry you or to like help you along or whatever. Like you gotta do what you gonna do on your own, and he gotta do what he do on his own, and then y'all come together like that, like we playing.
That's what I think. That's what we're gonna do. Like, cause you know, obviously you want to have like something where it's just one channel where it's just like just for yourself. I mean, like the guest cat, like when you like, you can obviously have like guest YouTubers every now and again, because obviously it boosts popularity. I mean, if two people, you know, with like different fan bases come together and they see what that actual person does, you know, they might actually like it. So I do understand where you're coming from, you know, where you got to look out for your own self or something. But at the end of the day, like, I don't know if you heard of another YouTuber, I'm gonna say, Joe Weller. I mean, he does a lot of like content with a guy also called Elliot. I mean, if you look at most of his videos, he has Elliot Crawford in it, and it's just like, you know, and I've never seen him, you know, do like a couple stuff by himself, but it's just could be me anyway. It just could be me.
No, I mean, it's people that are teams that start out as teams. You know, I'm like, we over here, we got Epic Mealtime. Well, they over in Canada, but they, you know, right up the road. But it's just like, we, you know, we have people that are collectives that start out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what it is. But I'm just saying, still, everybody on Epic Mealtime got their own channel, own following, got their own whatever that they doing. Some of them are chefs. Some of them, you know, they all chefs, but I'm saying, like, some of them got jobs, some of them, you know, they all living in their house, they all got something going on, they all play a role. So what I'm saying is, I'm saying still, they all bring something to the table, they all pulling their weight, and then when they come together, that's Epic Mealtime. But, you know, what I'm telling you is, and I'm telling everybody else out there, if you know you got your own thing, because everybody can't work with everybody. I'm just saying. I know I like having stuff and doing stuff a certain way. I like moving at my own pace, and it may not be good enough for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? And I prefer, you know, like Batman, to do things on my own, but I do reach out, and, you know, just like he does. I do reach out, and I do, you know, do collaborations. I had a Beast of this podcast with my guy Breezy. We came up with that. We had a show called the Jeezy and Breezy Show, and then we parlayed
I'll definitely have a look in for that. But yeah, go on.
We had that show, and then we said, okay, let's rebrand it into something more catchy, something more edgy. And we said, okay, we got Beats and Bits, you know. That we like music. We like all different types of music: hip hop, soul, jazz, R&B, rock and roll, and we like video games. So that's how the Beats and Bits was born. So we've done the podcast, and I, you know, he's been on me about us being consistent and stuff like that, and I've been you know, trying to work on us. You know, keeping the quality of the shows and the content and everything else. Me and him talk, man. We it's a laugh a minute, and we keep it real with each other. So it's always a good time, and you welcome to come on that show as well. So, like I'm saying, though,
thank you. I'll definitely might have a look for it one time.
Yeah, I'm trying to have Elliot on. I'm trying to have a lot of the people that I had on previous shows and on Killzown interviews and stuff on the show as well. You know, because like I said, man, I do believe in working with each other and us and brothers coming together and sisters coming together. You know, when I do my thing, you know, I don't. It's like me telling you, okay, you know, you should play King of Fighters instead of Injustice and Tekken. And you know, them your two favorite games. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you how to do your thing. Only I could do my thing. Like, I don't tell nobody else how to do their thing. You know, unless they like, you know, in the case of one of the guys that I was talking to on the vlog that I made on Facebook, where he's, you know, you could potentially endanger me and other people by, you know, things that you're doing and saying and making the situation worse. But even then, like, I've learned that you can't, you know, you can't help or save everybody. So you can only worry about you. Now, I'm not saying you can't work together. I'm just saying me. I like outside of I like my circle small, and I like you know, my work to speak for itself. I don't, you know, that's why I switched up from doing just strictly vlogs into doing the podcast and into doing mixtapes. I'm about to bring those back. Because like I don't want to be put into a box, and I think that's the other thing too. Like society loves to put you into a box. If you started out one way, they expect you to be that same way for your entire life.
Exactly. I mean, the avatar that I've got as you know, my clothes that I'm wearing, you know, with the hat, the glasses and the bandana, you know, everyone expects me to actually keep wearing it because this is my character now, and you gotta like keep on, you know, go with the flow, because someone in the street or a fan of yours could be out of nowhere and they'll be like, oh look, here's, you know, it's Sunsy or DJKillzown, and they used to, you know, you wearing the exact same attire and everything, and it's just like, you know, it's hard to explain anyway, so yeah.
So I mean, you know, like I said, man, I like what you're doing, and I respect what you're doing, brother, and you know, I'm looking forward to
Thank you. I respect you too, big time. I actually do respect what you're doing. I mean, you know, from interviewing people and everything, and giving them people opportunity, you know, to let them understand, you know, tell people what their content is and everything, you know, give them like a real chance. You know, that's one where everyone should be like respecting, and I respect that with everything, with all my fiber and that, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you didn't have to do it. So like I say, it's a massive, you know, thanks and that.
Oh, no problem, man. I appreciate it. I'm you know, also, like, okay, on a less serious note, because I feel like we've been, you know, hammer-weighing at that topic, but today they showed the Hellboy trailer, Hellboy gameplay trailer for Injustice 2. Did you take a look at it?
No, I've had to look at like the Raiden trailer and the Atom trailer, but I'm definitely gonna have a look at the Hellboy, because apparently Hellboy is meant to be really good. So
I was kind of like this is the first month that they haven't like dropped the character at the end of the month, and I don't know why, but like I don't know why, but I think they're trying to save the characters. They're trying to save the characters for next year. The last wave, because I think we either gonna get Rorschach.
I was hearing about what could be like potential people that might be coming. I'm hearing like Raven might be coming, Spore might be coming. You know, all like the major one. And there's even talk of, I don't know if you like heard of Neo, you know, Neo from the Matrix. He might be coming too, so it'll be good to see him happen.
I mean, it'd be the I don't know. That would be something for maybe Injustice 3, because that'd be the 20th, and if it came out in 2020, it'd be the 20th anniversary or whatever, you know.
I thought.
Oh no!
I thought Injustice comes out every odd number, so like, because Mortal Kombat came out 2014,
yeah, so it would be 2019, and that 1999 is when, you know, was that 99? Was that 99?
Might be 99. I'm not too sure.
But my point is like, my point is to that, like, is I don't think it'd be. I think it either be Rorschach, because they're getting ready to do the Doomsday Clock storyline in the comics. Because right now they've been building to that since they started DC Rebirth. Spawn was actually, the highest rated superhero or whatever on the list that they had. I know Hellboy was like the second, Rorschach was like the third. So like
I was hearing about that, because I think because I follow Injustice on Twitter, By the way, the Twitter's Injustice 2 if anyone wants to know. And basically, they've done like a little poll to see, you know, which characters needs to be in pack 3. And what I've seen is, you know, Hellboy came, I think Hellboy came second. I'm not too sure, but I think someone was ahead of him. I'll have to check Twitter again.
It was Spawn that was ahead of him. So
that
like,
was it, yeah.
And you can
Spawn.
even see Adam. I'm thinking over here it'll either be Raven or they saying Enchantress.
I think it might be Raven. I really think that might be Raven. One of them definitely got to be Raven. And I think one of them is, I can't remember I don't know who the other guy is going to be. I know Adam and Raven's going to be in it. And Hellboy. I think that last one is the real mystery one. I've got to do some research. Because I've been hearing from like other people, you know, that sometimes no one can actually trick you.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. So it could be, like I said, an actual guest character in which no one doesn't expect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They kind of played themselves with the whole reveal thing. Like, I don't even think they should have even let people know. But at the same time, they gotta kind of let people know because, you know, in the past, game companies have been caught out there, you know, charging for DLC that people don't know nothing about, and then, you know, they kind of have to leave something to let you know who is who or whatever. So like they definitely got to do it like that so that, you know, people can have some type of idea as to like what they getting and, you know, what to expect. But I just feel like Injustice for me though is like been like my game of the year, man, from the story mode to the online.
The Injustice from, especially Injustice 2, I've like completed the story mode twice. You know, once on Batman's side and once on Superman's side, and it's actually got a lot of real like decent depth to the story. I mean, who knows, you know, like another like aliens coming after another alien, like Brainiac's coming after Superman and that. So yeah, it's actually pretty decent.
I actually want to see.
I do actually like the story.
Yeah, I want to see in the next Injustice that they bring in Anti-Monitor and you know, because they just had this story before they did DC Rebirth. They did the Dark Side War, and like you know, they had Lex Luthor or whatever, and they had like Justice League and Lex Luthor and all of them had to save, you know, Earth from Darkseid. Oh, let's see who gets this off. Oh,
okay. Nice, good job.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was choosing a level 4 character, people. So I'm not making excuses, but
we on I don't think it's in a private match or in a private.
In any match, right? It goes whoever has the highest. It goes to the levels. But obviously, because my guy is not being because I was using Green Lantern and I don't really use him. His one is all level 1, so that's the reason why he was doing big damage on me. So yeah, what was you saying though about the Injustice? Because what I want to see in Injustice 3 is how everyone, you know, including the DLC, how was the events of Injustice 2 happen, you know, with the DLC? For example, like, how did Starfire escape from Doomsday or wherever she was? Because, or was it the Phantom Zone? Because I think she was put into the Phantom Zone with a couple of the Team Titans. But according to this, she was the onlyest one that actually, you know, escaped. So I want to see how she actually escaped, because they didn't really give like an insight on how they do it. So it'd actually be good if they do that. So
yeah. I mean, they usually do it in the comic, like, and the comic was real good too. The second Injustice, I haven't really read it, but the first one, like, it was good all the way through. Like, I felt like that was like that comic. They really did their thing with that comic, and I really like they showed like I don't know if you read it, but they show, you know, the death of the Joker. Like they actually show, you know, spoilers if y'all haven't played the first Injustice, but they actually showed Superman ripping Joker's heart out. They showed Superman.
Oh, I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't really know about.
Oh, you didn't play? You didn't play Injustice 1?
Basically, I've played it when I was around like a mate's house, but I only played like the versus mode.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't actually play the story mode. I actually do want to play Injustice 1 just to see what the story is like, because there is like a lot of like questions, you know. Why did well, obviously you just explained to me, you know.
Well,
Superman
no, it's something that leads to that, like, you know, and they kind of talk about it in the thing in this Injustice 2, but like, you know, you kind of you'll get why, and it's like they even show you, even in the, like, I would say play the game and then go read the comic. You know, or read the comic first, because it details the first 5 years up until the game actually starts. And you know, you'll be enthralled in it, man. Like that's what I'm liking the universe. Now I will say that one thing I don't like about Injustice 2 is they kind of like they upped the cinematography and the cinematics and stuff like that, but they lost a little bit of the. Like, I felt like they lost a little bit of the charm of the first one, but this game is supposed to be a little darker, a little edgier.
Yeah, it is.
So
that's what it meant to be.
Yeah.
Because even, well, the character that you're playing is Scarecrow, you know, he's saying, because in one of his, like, intros, I think it was against with Supergirl, he's like, you know, how do you feel about, you know, letting 1,000 or all of your Krypton people die? And it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, it's mad. It's like, imagine having like a soul, like a consciousness of like everyone just dying. I would not like that. So it's really, really like dark, but also it's savage at the same time. I mean,
yeah, I mean, and I always like Scarecrow because I always liked Scarecrow because he was able to invoke like people's deepest fears into you know, and make it seem like it was real, you know. And I like that. I like all his representations. I like even like I don't know if you even seen like the Batman, the animated series. Like they had the episode where Batman had got hit by the like. It was the Joker's gas, but he had mixed it with Scarecrow's gas.
Oh, with Scarecrow's gas.
Yeah, so it was like it was like him. He woke up and he was like, I forgot where he was at, but he was like, he was fighting like he was fighting a whole bunch of enemies, and while he was fighting the enemies, Batgirl was watching, and while she's watching, she don't notice that Scarecrow is right behind her. So Scarecrow knocks her upside the head, stomps her in the back, and throws her off the side of Gotham PD, where the bat signal is. So they use the bat signal to draw Batman and Batgirl out, and she pretty much gets stomped out. And it's like, and she gets stomped out and thrown off the building, and Commissioner Gordon is rolling up like, yo, what's going on? Like, why, you know? And then he basically drives up just as Barbara is falling to her death, and she falls on top of the car. And he looks up, and they beat him to a pulp, but he's like standing like real beat up and tattered or whatever. So the rest of the episode is Gordon hunting for Batman, basically. Yeah. So it's crazy. If you ain't watched it,
I don't know if you noticed, but I think Barbara is Chief Gordon's daughter. So
yeah.
I remember because I think I was watching someone. I don't know if you played this game called Batman Arkham Knight or something. It's meant to be a really good game, and basically, she's the Oracle in it, but she absolutely but Scarecrow, he put like a what's its name, like the toxin, and Batman sees, you know, her getting killed, and it's just like, oh my god, you know, oh my god moment, and Batman was just going crazy, and you just thought to yourself, you know, you've never seen Batman go this crazy in your lifetime. So it's just like, you know.
Yeah, I played it, and really? I actually played the whole game on the channel.
Yeah.
I need to go back and do. I got a Let's Play series where I call Let's Finish This, and I finish games or whatever that I might have started on the channel but never finished. So like I finished Mafia 3, and that one kind of ran kind of long. Now I'm doing Call of Duty, and I might go and do Arkham Knight because I got the DLC, and I don't know, I might need to go, like, I don't know if I'm gonna go back and play through it because I missed some of the Riddler stuff. So like I don't know if I could complete that quest. Maybe I could because the quest is still active. But like I gotta finish that. I gotta get like a guide or whatever and finish finish all of that, and then go and finish like the DLC missions, and then, you know, close out the game. But yeah, I like Arkham Knight. Like I didn't like the first half because like they telegraphed like the big shocking reveal. Everybody was like, ooh, who's the Arkham Knight? And I'm like, when they showed, like it was so obvious, like it was stirring you up, it was like smacking you upside the head. And
exactly,
you know,
he's like literally, the Arkham Knight was just literally just looking at you, and it's just like, come on guys, you did not know who was the actual like Arkham Knight. It's like, it's ridiculous, lads.
Yeah, spoilers if y'all, real quick, if y'all haven't played the game, you should. It's almost a 2-year-old game. The Arkham Knight was Red Hood basically, and he had got he pretty much got corrupted by, not corrupted, but he wanted to get revenge on Bruce, and Scarecrow had made him come over to his side. I gotta go back and play that too. That's like I gotta play all the extra little missions and then play like the DLC or whatever with I think it's one with Batgirl or whatever. But like I gotta go back and play all of that and check all that out.
There is one with Batgirl. I think Batgirl's one when she got like trying to she was with Robin, and I think she's got to try and save her dad from Joker or something like that. It's something like that. I can't remember it properly.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I didn't play that mission. I didn't play the like the Red Hood mission or whatever. But I'm gonna go back and play it. And on Let's Finish This, because I'm doing the Batman stuff first. And you know, but that's gonna come probably down the line once I get through, because I like a lot of games that I'm live streaming right now. And
same, I've got a lot of games in which, you know, I've got to sit down and just play. But obviously, you know, I'm concentrating on the fighting first, get good at it, because, you know, I want people to think, yeah, you know, he's ready for, you know, because I know some of the YouTubers, right, especially, I don't know, like Tekken YouTubers, like Main Man Swede, you know, they go to tournaments, and there's not really that good reputation of the British people in tournaments. I mean, I've seen a lot of Americans actually fighting in the tournament, but I don't see actual like British people, so it'll be good to actually, you know, help us British, well, help us British, you know, get the recommendation. So, yeah. Because, like I said, I don't know if you watch this Korean gamer. You know, he's really, really good. Nee. I mean, his Tekken is unbelievable, and JDCR. It is I mean, when I watched one of the best sets on Tekken history, I mean, it was nail biting, and it just makes you just want to go on Tekken to think, okay, how did they do this move? How did they calculate that move? It was amazing, absolutely amazing.
And stuff together.
Yeah, just combos is easy, but it's the way how they play it, when to do it, when to backdash. You know, Korean backdash, when to forward dash. it was good. Like Mishima Dash, it was, you know, their Tekken is just second to none. And I just, you know, and it'll be really, really good to actually get an idea, you know, of how they do it in that. Because, you know, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. I mean, this one guy called Steve in Spooky. I don't know if you ever know about them, Spooky Channel.
Team Spooky, yeah.
And, yeah, Team Spooky, yeah. And basically what happened was, yeah, he was just saying, you know, their Tekken is, you know, is one of the best he's ever seen. I mean, the sets were so close. I mean, there's like so many time out, and it's just like, so you know what? These guys are amazing. Like, and it's just, I mean, I've been looking at, you know, tutorials. Guys, don't say anything, but yeah, I've been looking at tutorials to see, you know, how to do, like, for example, like, Nee can do this one with Brian Fury called Taunt Jet Upper. Now, I can do the Jet Upper part, but I just can't do the Taunt part with it, and it's really hard, and you just find it, like, really easy.
I mean, you know, like, a lot of people, man, when they, again, a lot of people, I'll say this real quick.
Yeah.
You, first of all, I feel like you already good to where, like, if somebody just came and played you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you would take it home. Like, you pretty much have, like, dominated. Like, I probably maybe got like 3 or 4 in like 10, 15 matches we done played.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like, you know, if that's when you dedicate to one game, like, you could get good like that if you practice it and you do, like we are creatures of habit and repetition, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, man, when you spend the time to get good and you go out and you play, and I feel like the most times that I win is like when I'm not focusing on winning, I'm just focusing on, again, it's about having fun, you know. If you focus on
that's the main idea. That's the main idea, to have fun, you know, rather than, you know, keep, because some people, I'm not gonna lie, they take games like way too serious. I know sometimes I could be like that, but at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of people that just can't, it's like they don't have no fun in, like, it's like a job for them, for example. It's like, come on guys, you know, you're meant to be cheering up. You're not meant to be like, oh, you know, I've lost all the time. I mean, perfect example I can give, Low Tier God. Like I was saying before, when I was meant to face him, he just backed off. Low Tier God, right? I mean, if anyone wants to know Low Tier God, his YouTube channel's Low Tier God, right? And it's just complete, utter rage. It's just ridiculous. I mean, for example, when someone's giving him advice, right? And for instance, someone said to him, you know, you've got to block low because you're getting beaten way too easy by blocking low. He banned people. And it's just like, come on, mate. At the end of the day, he's helping you out.
Yeah,
if you're gonna do that, then, you know, you're gonna be losing subscribers. And like, and then there's people wondering why people give so many hate to people like Low Tier God, or even another guy, DSP. I started to watch, Dr. Phil.
That dude, man, be tripping, man. My boy, I Mass Buttons, aka Psycho Shot, came in and destroyed. Like, he couldn't even get a hit in. He just like, oh my god, like it's a lot of dudes out there, man. Like Angry Joe, like an angry video game nerd, like paid away for dudes to be mad. But see, when they do it, it's actually funny. Like when you know, Low Tier or DSP do it, like they cry and moan and complain and everything else like that.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? But people tune in for they tune in for the fuckery. That's why I said, man, I want to keep it positive. Like, you won, so what? Like, it's a game. I mean, I'll be wanting to win, but it's just like, at the end of the day, I know some people I'm gonna destroy, and there's some people they're gonna destroy me. But I'm not.
There's just
you get better,
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It's like That's what I mean. Online, it actually helps you, you know, what you need to do, what you're doing wrong, and what can you do in order to win the next time. Because there's like, people have like so many like different styles, and you just gotta know their style. I mean, for instance, I've seen, for what I've seen, right, this one guy on, let's just say on here, like Super. I mean, if I came across him on this game, I know he will destroy me because he's just really good with combos. Like, he can just read people, you know, when to hit the combos, when to come in when they miss hit, and it's just like, you know, you want to get to that level all the time, but it's like I said, it's just the dedication and the practice. And that's where it is, really. And that's what, and even on Tekken, you know, and Street Fighter. Well, Street Fighter, I do Street Fighter as well, but Tekken in particular, you know, with Knee, JDCR, Speed Kicks, all them guys, King J, Main Man Swede, what they do is they study their opponents, right? In which if they're gonna lose, right, they know what they did wrong, and they're gonna try and implement like a different strategy next game. Now, that's the strategy I want to. That's the level in which I'm sure everyone wants to be at, where they know they did something wrong, and then in which then they can implement something else. So
I mean, and that's how it should be, you know. What I'm gonna do is what we're gonna do. We could be chopping it up about this for days, but we gonna end it off with this one right here, and I want you to come back on the show because we will be talking about
perfect.
About the competitive scene, and we will be talking about, you know, the things that's going on in the industry and stuff like that, microtransactions and stuff like that, about how that's all that stuff that's going on. So, you know, because it's a good topic, and I think that it needs to be like we need to start before people start coming in and start you know, policing what we got going on. I think we need to start policing ourselves. You feel me?
Exactly.
When it comes to certain people and certain things like PewDiePie or these people like DSP, that, you know. And I don't have nothing against people that's watching. I don't have nothing against PewDiePie. I don't have nothing against DSP. But when you do something that affects, you know, and I know I could have a conversation if it ever came to that. It ain't gonna be no gunplay, like or no fist play, you know, with these people. You know what I'm saying? Or it shouldn't be. But knowing with folks these days, I don't know. So I kind of keep my distance, you know, when people start getting on that type of time, because I'm more scared. Like I said before, I'm more scared of what I'm gonna do than what anybody gonna do. I don't fear nobody. But what I'm gonna say is, we gotta start policing, and that even goes with life, you know, with black folks and the things that go on. We gotta start policing each other and things of that nature, and just bad people in general. If we know you know, of all races and all, you know what I'm saying, we have to police each other before you know, the laws and everybody else come in, because at that point then it's gotten out of hand, basically. At that point we can't go back at that point. So I just feel like man, like that at the end of the day, as far as with you though, you just keep grinding. I mean, you know, it's gonna be hurdles and things along the way, but I feel like, man, as long as you stay true to yourself, bro, you can do and have whatever you want, bro. So I want to thank you for coming on the first episode.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much for having me, and I'll definitely be ready and waiting for you to do the next show, because you know, it's good to talk about, you know, what's been going on as well, because it's good to have your own opinions and expressions, but obviously you want to talk about your brand and conflict as well. But I just thought that, you know, it's good to say, you know, what's there rather than just keeping it inside of you. Because obviously, if people wants to know about it, if people wants to know about your opinion, then fair enough. But if they don't want to know about your opinion, it's your opinion. They shouldn't judge you on just about your opinion. I mean,
or want to get at you for your opinion.
Exactly.
So, you know, I'm gonna just say this real quick before we get out of here, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, favorite, subscribe for the one time. Make sure y'all hit the notifications bell to see when we go live. Sunsy, I want you to send me all your social media on Instagram, because I'm gonna put that in the description box. And if anybody wants to jump on FaceOff, you know, y'all can comment under this video after we, you know, on the replay or whatever, on the re-upload. We'll do it like that. Basically, you know, that's it. I don't have nothing. I mean, you got anybody you want to shout out, Sunsy, before we get out of here?
Well, I've got a couple of guys I want to shout out to. Obviously, shout out to Official Zell for for showing me you here. Obviously, shout out to you for letting me have the privilege to, you know, talk about my content and everything. And obviously, just shout out to all my family and friends like Ben, Wolfnell, Darren, and Stefan in particular. That's just been there all the time. So, yeah, that's my shout outs.
Okay. A shout out for you to coming on the first episode of Face Off. Shout out Elliot for, like you said, making the connect. Shout out to all my subscribers, everybody that's been watching us live, been here, you know, people that's been here from the beginning to the end. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel, that's been subscribed to the channel and everything else like that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, sorry. Let me make one more shout out. I'm very sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
But a big shout out to, like you said, all my subscribers and potential subscribers for, you know, having to listen to what I'm saying. You know, this is me. You know, true being me. I don't hide behind the costume. It's me being me. I may be known as SunceWolf, but you know, people know me as differently. So yeah, thank you to all my subscribers for, you know, listening to me. But yes, go on.
And that's pretty much it. If y'all want to support the show, support the channel, make sure y'all you know, like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and all of that. Hit the notifications bell and all of that. Check us out on social media and all that. We got the PayPal and Patreon popping as well. If y'all want to support the show monetarily, I'm not running ads on this channel. It not only supports this channel, but the beastandbiz.com, Beast and Biz podcast. Shout out to my man Breezy over there. And, you know, we want to support brothers like Sunsy on the way up, you know, and pay them to come on and write or vlog or stream or do custom content or original content on the site, as well as promote, you know, what they have going on, and promote you know, their channels or streams or websites or shows, whatever that they have going on, man. I got an open door policy, man, and I'm coming out of my pocket with it. So make sure y'all tune in. Thanks again, Sunsy, for coming on, and we out of here, man.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem, bro.
And you take care, man. And like I said, guys, hopefully you guys can support him, support me, and just have a nice day, guys. Peace.
100. We hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. Peace.